Bro, I'm freaking angry. These guys can't even give good value. And they just want you to buy your course after they give some shit information that you can't even use and like I don't know, bait and switch out. Shut the freak up, bro. This guy, I love this guy. It's all like this. It's maybe egoistic, but anyway. And I want to prove that I'm not like them shit guys. I don't like them. And I'm going to give you notes, all of the notes from the best copywriting book in the world. And this is Tum Turum Tum adweek copywriting by handbook. Yo, this like it's a must read for any copywriter. Literally, this is so good. So the more we experience and the more knowledge we have, the easier is it. I can speak, okay, to come up with that big copy idea or marketing copy. But more significantly, it's important to experience as much in life as is possible and not to feel failure. So this basically means that the more you know in life, the more you experience, the more you go through things, the more anything that you get smarter and you know what angles can you make for the big idea and anything. It's easier to come up with things. So uh, take risks and it's the best advice I can give you. A mistake is a future benefit, the full value of which is not yet to be realized. So you need to try things. You need to try everything. And if you fear mistakes, it's going to build you. It's like the secret. You can't fail till you can succeed. I failed like 100 times in my copywriting journey, and I'm still going to fail much more times than I do something good. So the first sentence should be short. So this the first sentence of your copy. So like losing weight is not easy. It's against you. It's you against a computer. It's easy. It's had to happen. Heads off to IBM. Like you can also say wow like this. Also this is exciting. Just anything that is short and makes them curious of what is going to happen next. And then we expand on this and you get a good piece of copy. Yo, this is like the secret, guys. Okay, the steps in selling a prospect. Your copy has to put the prospect in a relaxed buying environment with the headline, photos, logo, etc. So it's done well by some luxurious companies. I don't know what it was, but they basically it's like play music that makes you feel something. Like if your product is like comfy, you can put photos with, for example, clouds. This is also from the Persuasion book, also a great book. You can, after this video, you can look it up. It's crazy. Wait, not like this. Persuasion. So the second, get the attention of the prospect. It has to relate to the headline of an ad. So of course, it has to relate, and you need to use a pattern interrupt to get their attention because they're scrolling like some dummies, and of course they can't see you when there's like, I don't know, there was research about this, but there's a lot of ads they see, like 24,000, I think. Crazy. So the first, introduce yourself and say something that will keep the attention of the prospect. So expand on the hook, and it will be very good. So general thoughts of the seller. What you must think. What wait. The buyer, I mean, because the buyer must like and develop confidence in the seller. So that if the buyer must know that the seller is experienced, that he gets result and like has like 20 years of experience of something. So the buyer must believe that the seller knows the product. That the seller knows the product. It's important, very important. Second, the seller must somehow relate the product to the buyer and the buyer needs. So it can't be something that the seller thinks will change someone's life, because if the buyer doesn't care about this, no one will buy. Literally no one. So it must be something the buyer cares about and what it gives to them, the solution. So third, the buyer and the seller must vibrate together. There must be a harmony strike between the buyer and the seller. So if you're a 17-year-old like me and you're selling to like 70-year-olds and you're saying like, yo bro, was good, then he won't like you because there's no harmony. Like they can be saying probably, oh my madam, I'm sorry, I don't know what they are saying, but you get me. So get your reader to say yes. In sales, it's always easier to get them to say yes to bigger things once they've said yes to smaller things. So like you can be asking for like one gum, and then it's easier to ask for like a whole pack of gums or like two. So maybe in your copy you could say like you could ask questions that like normal questions that of course all of the readers, your dream customers, will answer yes to, and then you can ask for the sale. So the 3 pairs slide. The headline must be so powerful and compelling that the reader must read the subhead. The subhead must be so powerful that you are compelled to read the first sentence. The first sentence must be so easy to read and so compelling that you must read the next sentence, and so on. So you need to use curiosity, and they need to wonder what will happen next. And like they will slide through your copy after you do this. So first you grab them attention, like it must be so big they never heard about this. Like a pattern interrupt, a new thing, also an emotion. You can check out my 2-hour masterclass if you didn't. There's all of the emotions, Kyle Milligan's emotions revealed, and much more good stuff. So some magazines create the slippery slide by simply starting out their stories with larger type to get you into the copy. Larger type is easier to read, and so you tend to start reading the copy. So there's a lot of articles that use something like this, like an M, and then they have master is very important skill. So must, okay, I can even write, but you get they start with a bigger letter, and this like the same word as this. It mastery. So this is like an M. It could be here, but they just make it bigger to get them to read it. So this also works. It seems weird, but it's how it works. The slippery slide. Seeds of your curiosity. So this is the same as open loop. A short sentence at the end of the paragraph that adds curiosity. Or could be in the paragraph or at the start. Anything. It's getting them to read more. So but there's more. So you're basically saying a story, and then you say there's more to the story, and it keeps them hooked to read more about the story or watch. So read on, but I didn't stop there. Let me explain. Now here comes the good part, and here's why. So all of this is open loop. Keep the copy interesting and the reader interested through the power of curiosity. So you need to use this. You need to use curiosity. Not open loops are important, but the reader needs to be curious of what will happen next, what's the solution to their problem, just anything. So emotion principles. Every word has an emotion associated with it and tells a story. So you can say the old woman in a house or the old lady in a cottage. So this one seems much more interesting. The old lady in a cottage, like you're instantly more interested than the old woman in a house. And this is also more specific, like it seems good. So instead of repair, say fix. So repair is like it's a much better word to fix. So you need to play on these words and replace with an even important, bigger one, more specific one, anything. Like, but don't make it like very long, a word like very long, because it doesn't work. It's confusing. You can add specificity like this, not by adding more letters. So every good copy is an emotional outpouring of words, feelings, and impressions. So emotions, use emotions every time, and use on emotion, but justify a purchase with logic. So everything, every emotion, every every sentence has to get them to feel some emotions, some emotion, and every word counts. So yeah, every word counts. So don't put some useless words like sometimes actually is important, but sometimes it's completely useless. So delete the words that you don't need, that don't make your copy more powerful. When the product is so unique or new that the product itself can become the concept. So you basically need to put the emotion new in your emotion, in your copy, and you can go crazy with this. It's powerful stuff. So there are two basic reasons for using the long copy approach. First is to allow you to create an environment that will place your prospect in the proper buying mood. And the second is to give you the time necessary to tell the full story of your product. So short copy is worse than long copy because it gets more specific, it tells more about the product, and no, the readers, even if they have the short attention span, they can read everything you do and be personal. So this is like the questions you should ask yourself. So start by writing the headline. Will it grab the reader? Then write the sub-headline. Will it compare the reader to it further? Then this, and more questions. So this is like the example I said earlier. You need like to grab the reader's attention and then make them curious to read more. So editing. Meaning of the editing. It may mean rearranging the words you wrote to make the top thought more direct, or it may mean cutting out words that have little contribution to the overall feel of the ad. So this is what I mean by editing, how to edit your copy after you write. It may mean substituting new words that express your thoughts better. It may mean even adding words to clarify a thought. But the goal in writing out copy is to, in any copy even, you can do this, is to express the thoughts that you want to convey in the most powerful way, but with the fewest words. So principles of editing. Look for any dot words. This can be eliminated. Mountain copy. So mountain copy is like this, what I did here. So this mountain copy. Change the length of your sentences. Consider combining sentences to cut out words. So there's a nice rule to do this, like try to cut out 50% of your copy in one going. Eliminate unnecessary words like the, that, anything. Can be deleted, sometimes without changing the meaning. Rearrange thoughts so they flow better. Keep in mind that the big idea in every sentence. The big idea. So it's basically what this copy is all about. And you want to remove the unnecessary words that still have the copy make sense. He talks about ads because he does ads, of course, every time, like, so it's basically the same as copy. And I just gave you all psychological triggers that trigger emotions. So feeling of involvement and ownership. So this like involvement in the group, in the like you feel the same emotions, like this honesty, credibility, value and proof of value. So do you prove the value that you have? Justify the purchase, greed, establish authority, satisfaction, conviction. So this is, do you satisfy their purchase instantly? So product nature, it's like the desire, it's basically the same. Customer bubble, I explained this in my first video, 2-hour masterclass, you can check it out. Current fads, trends, linking, consistency, harmonize. So basically get them into the state of buying, like in the emotions, desire to belong to the group, desire to collect, curiosity, urgency, scarcity, fear, instant gratification, exclusivity, rarity, or uniqueness. It's basically new, like oh, oh, simplicity, human relationship, storytelling, mental engagement. So do you engage them throughout the copy to keep them reading more? Guilt, specificity, familiarity, hope. Also sell the cure, not prevention. Cure is like solution this problem. So don't sell no feature. Wait, I forgot. Sell the vacation. No. The what will happen to them later. The cure. This doesn't work, but okay. Sell the cure. Not like the journey. Not the journey. There's a lot of like similar things to this, like sell the benefit, not a feature. It's basically the same thing. So dot sell the outcome, not the journey. Okay, this is it, guys, for today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.